Whatever happened to the Oakleys?
Oh, I got them.
Oh, you still got them?
Jake's got them in the Smurf. Jake's been driving my Smurf around for some time.
Thanks, Lord.
I'm hoping to get it back, you know, at some point. That'd be pretty sweet. You know, that's the cove we're going into, way back in there. It's just pretty gnar in there, Ted. I mean, that'll be a tick-ridden field, but
It's all tick-ridden.
yeah, I guess you're probably right. You're not gonna make it. Why don't I just film you talking about stuff?
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, I'm being serious. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
How you gonna film with that?
Just like this.
We're getting ready to head to the woods here, guys, to do a little scouting. And Tethrd here thinks he's gonna be able to film this whole deal with 1.5 arms. Why don't you tell him about what happened there, Ted?
So I was helping my dad, and we were pouring concrete, and so I was making a form for it, and I hadn't cut this board that I was supposed to a while back, and so I ran in real quick to cut it, and for some reason I crossed my arms with the chop saw, and it was like this, and I started cutting the board, and it jumped on me and pulled her right into it. So she got cut pretty good. And
You still got pictures of it?
yeah, I got pictures.
Yeah, pretty gruesome.
It's all good now.
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all
It
good.
doesn't
now.
look good. But filming's no problem, right?
Yeah,
Just be a little wobbly, one-handed.
I can film
How do you roll the focus? With your thumb?
with this thumb here.
Yep.
Let's go.
So what's the plan?
We're headed in to scout for buck bedding in an area that we haven't been to before. Ted and Zip, and what's your buddy's name?
It's my cousin Philip.
Okay, your cousin Philip. They were all in here in turkey season and found a big shed while they were turkey hunting on the back side of this ridge. And this is a particular area that we haven't hunted. So it's nice weather today. We figured we'd get out and go in there and scout it. That's kind of what we like to do once turkey season closes. We go and scout a lot of new areas, some areas that we've hunted in the past, but kind of looking for bedding and trying to figure out setups and whatnot.
It's hard to access where where my cousin found this shed way back there, because during turkey season there was a couple of them gobbling back there, and so we had to take the boat way around just to get in there. And I mean, you could walk from the road, but it's a long ways. But
Yeah, we got a long walk ahead of us here. Hopefully no injuries occur along the way.
it's gonna be sweaty for sure.
Got one in my eye.
You want to just head on home, take a nap?
Uh-huh. Funny thing is, that's exactly what I just told you when you asked me if I had any bug spray. So now everybody thinks I'm the wimp. So far, we've just went through like a mile of just
should have
open timber.
probably brought the boat.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot easier. Just shows you though, we find more sign when we get into habitat diversity and stuff, and that's where we're headed. I mean, there's lots of good ridges in here. There's deer tracks and deer trails and deer sign in between us and the car, but it's mostly this monotonous oak timber. And when the acorns aren't falling, the deer aren't concentrated in this stuff. When they are, they're spread out all the way through it, and they're just tough to deal with. So we're headed over here to this back cove that's real hard to access. Like Ted said, the only way that you can really get to it, short of walking like 1.5 miles, is to bring the boat in. And I would assume that when we get over there closer to those cedars, we're going to start running into a bunch of buck sign. Now we're talking. As we come over to the last ridge here, we're starting to get back up in this cove. And across from us, there's a bunch of cedars and like some CRP openings and stuff mixed in throughout the oak timber. And as we've gotten closer to this cove, we've seen the number of rubs increase. I'm assuming that's because there's quite a bit of bedding back in here. It's been all that monotonous timber so far. Now we're finally starting to get into a little bit of diversity here. marshy grass and willow trees and stuff mixing in, and then on the other side you got cedars on that ridge. This is what you're looking for. Come on in here. This is pretty sweet. See this mulberry tree here?
Yeah.
It's got some of them coming on. Beds right underneath it. There's probably more beds down underneath those too. Now, once we get into fall, this stuff will knock down and they won't bed in here as much. But they'll be up on these hillsides up against those cedars and stuff. Bed's there, bed there. Yeah, big tracks going in and out. There they are. Figured we'd get into them. See that in there? See that track? All right down here in the edge of these cedars, right at the point of the cedars, you could even see out into that cove a little bit from here. I saw some rubs on the exits, but there's probably more as we come back. Yeah, here's a pretty good one right here. Sets up real good on the end of this point. Like these cedars come down and make a point right here on the end of this hill. Man, I could see a long ways down through there right now, and it's in the middle of the summer. Look at all this stuff that they got browsed off in here. Are they standing up and they're just browsing through this edge of this cover? And then if you drop down another 20 yards, there's a heavy trail that runs right on along the inside of that. So you're talking habitat diversity. You got all those big oaks fall off into this ditch. It comes up off the lake where that canary grass and those mulberry trees and those willows and stuff are at. Then you got a little thick buffer in between, I guess you could say, that canary grass bottom and these where these cedars start in here. It's got like 4 or 5 habitat types coming together right there, and they got water.
A lot of times it seems like it swirls right here too.
Oh yeah, wind swirls terrible down here.
Yeah.
And that favors the deer, obviously, because they can bed here on a number of different wind directions and smell what's going on around them. Like we mentioned, coming in, we walked through like 1.5 miles of woods to get here, and there was some sign up in there, but we were coming to the spot where we found the most diversity on a map, and you can really be efficient with your scouting when you're hunting new properties like this. We probably only hunt here a couple times next fall, max, so we want to find the best area within the area, and that's usually how we do it. We look for the spot that people probably won't go, and then within that area we look for the most habitat diversity. That's what we have right here with everything coming together. And as soon as we started getting closer, the buck sign just went up tremendously. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how to hunt it, how to get in here without boogering the heck out of everything.
Get in here somewhere?
Right here, they're gonna see you. They're bedded there. You won't be able to hunt that of an evening coming from this way unless you got creative. You'd have to go around them or set up above them up in here. But they can see so much from the point of that. I mean, look at how open this is in June. Like right there, see where those oaks are at, right along the edge? Mm-hmm. You come up with the boat and then zip right up in there with a very light wind. The problem is once the day winds pick up,
then it's going to swirl.
Yeah. So like if you were hunting in the rut, for example, you might be able to get a setup in here for first light, first couple hours of the morning, but when you get that real good midday movement, when a lot of the mature bucks move, it's going to be kicking around in here a bunch as the day winds pick up. There's more bedding on the back side of this. Like this is just the front edge of it. That's what I can tell anyway. You see them tracks in there? There's some big tracks in there going in and out. Big track right there. What? Lots of poop in here. Deer poop.
The latrine.
Buck latrine. Yeah, I sure like the looks of this in here. But I mean, you could get in something like that and be able to shoot down through there with a northwest, because they could still bed along that back edge with a northwest wind. I'll mark this tree anyway. Well, it'd be an easy setup though. Easy killing tree. That's a long way. Put a camera up though. Found some good sign, you know. Ted didn't get his arm hurt anymore. Probably gonna have to change your bandages though, huh?
Yeah.
Trad fling? What do you shoot at?
Whatever. I mean, the great thing is, you say I'm going to shoot for that leaf. There's a good chance you're going to hit a leaf.
Truth. I'll whip a few downrange with this stick. Maybe I could just shoot that mayapple right there at, 14, 15 yards.
Oh yeah, that one?
Yeah. Hell, it used to be my tendency is I'd short draw it, but I was accurate.
Yeah.
What are we doing now? Going home?
You want?
Dropped a few pins, found some beds, found some good setups and the like. It's a process, That's the fun thing with this scouting beds and hunting beds deal. If you got enough public land around, you never really run out of things to do.
So is there realistically a good way to get in there?
Yeah, from the boat.
From the boat?
But you could park the boat down there, walk up that path, get right in the edge of the field where you're just on the public side.
Mm-hmm.
And walk right up there, or you could just go straight up the ridge and pop into it.
Perfect. That's about what it was. 2.15 miles.
Got into the good stuff though once we started finding that habitat diversity. That's what you gotta look for. But that's it, guys. Thanks for watching this video. We'll have more stuff coming to you real soon. And everybody wish Ted get well soon with his
Happy healing, buddy.
happy healing. Does that hurt?
No.
See you guys.